no place to hide. Every corner tells a story on the edge. Break late, late, hit the apex, life's on a ledge. Faster, faster, hungry heart can't stay still, searching for the stray where time bends to will. Climb the pole, take the wind, feel the glory burn. Lap after lap for the prize I earn. Knuckles white, grip tight, never let go. Roaring through the chicane, adrenaline flow. Eyes like daggers slicing through the smoky air. A battle for fractions, no moment to spare. Faster, faster, hungry heart can't stay still, searching for the straight where time bends to will. Climb the pole, take the wind, feel the glory burn. Lap after lap for the prize I earn. The track speaks loud, learn its secret ways. Every curve holds whispers from forgotten days. Tires screaming limits, but I demand more. Fuel-fed obsession, fueling this war. Faster, faster, hungry heart can't stay still, searching for the straight where time bends to will. Climb the pole, take the wind, feel the glory burn. Lap after lap for the prize I earn. Gray hair flying in the simulated wind, old body screaming, but I ain't giving in. Fat man on the track chasing the dream, metal screams louder than my own damn team. I'm racing in the gray where the sparks collide, moderately fast, but I'm riding with pride. Decent standard, finding my own pace, burning rubber with a grin on my face. Late night sweating in the neon glow, sim wheel spinning, it's the only life I know. Old bones aching, but I grip real tight, chasing every corner like I'm born to fight. I'm racing in the gray where the sparks collide, moderately fast, but I'm riding with pride. Decent standard, finding my own pace, burning rubber with a grin on my face. Fat man pushing it through every turn, miles on the track for the lessons I learn. Not the fastest, but damn I'm alive, moderately fast, old men still thrive. I'm racing in the gray where the sparks collide, moderately fast, but I'm riding with pride. Decent standard, finding my own pace, burning rubber with a grin on my face. Grin my face. The engines purr, gray hair shining, life's a blur. An ordinary bloke with a daring streak. Widowmaker's here, the thrill unique. Here, the thrill unique. Feel the tarmac as the tires grip. Every corner's a chance to flip. Gran Turismo's his racing ground. Steady and sharp, his skill profound. And charm, his finest accent. From the garage door to the starting grid, he drives with flair, never hid. Laps and miles in perfect tune, a racing spirit beneath the moon. Legend of the track, precision driving, no looking back. A motorist's heart, a racer's soul, taking each bend, aiming for the goal. Settle in, the race is on. Strap yourself in, the game is strong. Widowmaker leads the way anew. Streaming live, it's Widdowmaker. Oh! Widdowmaker, master of the drive, where passion and racing come alive. Join the journey. For you. Under the floodlights, the engines purr, gray hair shine, and life's a blur. An ordinary bloke with a daring streak. Widowmaker's here, the thrill unique. Feel the tarmac as the tires grip. Every corner's a chance to flip. Gran Turismo's his racing ground. Steady and sharp.
Hello, there we go. It's been an update weekend. There we go. There we have it. We've got sound at last. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Of all the testing and stuff I do before I go live, the one thing I don't expect to do is the microphone not to work. But there we go. I've disconnected one and that's why it's done it. But here we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. It's Saturday night. It's Sunday night, not Saturday night, as pointed out by Big Popper. But welcome, Nate. Welcome, Matthew. That's Fat Man. Welcome, Big Popper. Azza, Lee, Damo, Norman. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Lee. Welcome, everybody. That's hopefully audio. Let me turn off the other audio so you don't get both. And it's Time Trial Sunday, of course. We're getting used to this now. Last couple of weekends we've done... What have we done? We've been top 1,000. At least top 1,000. Oh, messenger message. What's this? Oh, yeah. There we go. Where have we been? I haven't seen the new one yet. Let's find out. Autopolis. Deep Forest. Oh, we came 11,000th. Oof. Wasn't really too keen and struck on that one. It's a good job we did that, like, kind of as a second half. But yeah, less than 2 million now to go. We've got to spend some money. Laguna, where are we? 2.9%. Where are we in the global ranking? We're 9th on our friends list, which isn't too bad. Look, there's some decent names at the top of there. Lee split Hayden up. 792nd, so inside the top 1,000. So I'm happy with that. No need to go back. Autopolis is the one for today. Let's hope my wheel is configured correctly. We're going to be renting one, aren't we? There we go. Let's have a look. What was gold? 159,297. There we go. 32nd place gets us into gold today. So there's just a couple of people we know just outside. But then hopefully tonight they're going to get on it. So Big Popper's in as well. Big Popper did actually send me a message saying it shouldn't take you many laps to get gold. It's getting faster. That's the tricky one. But Big Popper's one to keep an eye on tonight because he'll be running this as well. And we'll see if we can match him time for time. I know he's very competitive, so we'll see. And then, who else have we got? Ollie's in there at 10th. Olive, Damo, Turbo Tom, Chippy's there, Trigger, Stu, Test Tickles. Hayes is there at 22. Dorian's in as well. Up into the top flight then. A 157.9 gets us into the top 10. No, there's none of the... Just trying to think who is normally at the top that isn't there. Look, Triple's at the top, then Fat Man, then Lee. A 57.349, and it's the NSX 17. This is the car we ran at Daytona Oval, Daytona Road Course, probably 2 years ago. You can't run it with me on the big screen. Oh, that's so unlucky. Just have to put me on the little laptop, Big Popper. Keep me on the left-hand side. Worth pointing out that Azza is there in 6th place. Hayden's the guy that's normally top. That's the name I was looking for. Thank you very much. There's Damo down in 12th. Az is 6th, yeah. Look at that. So there's enough for me to go at tonight. We're going to be going red car, blue car tonight, I think. So, blue car to start with. There might be something in this car with its... It's a little bit sus, this car, as well, sometimes. I think, I remember correctly, the, It's Autopolis. One of my favourite circuits. Oh, okay. This could be quite fun. Ah, 159.2 then. Settings-wise, assists, traction control 1, default ABS, counter-steer assistance on strong. I thought this was at Kyoto. Okay, that's going to be quite cool. Controller settings, Fanatec DD Extreme, force feedback max torque 8, force feedback sensitivity 6. So, yeah, top 10 is a 57.9, but we're looking 59.2, so 1.5 seconds quicker. Let's see where we go. It's got the battery pack, hasn't it? The boost. This might be interesting. Sliding quite a lot. Again, this could be one where we have to slow it down a little bit, and doing multiple laps the battery might run out, mightn't it? Oh yeah, you need to slow it down early. The start process, as everybody should know it, is we need to get a ghost first. Yeah, got to slow this one down early. I can't use my normal braking points. We're on sport mediums. I've got to factor that in as well, haven't we? I really like this circuit. It's nice and fast and flowing. It's got a rhythm to it. The second half of the course is very, very technical. Damo says gold is handy here. We'll see. Car sliding away from the apex. We know this circuit well enough to be able to do good stuff here, I think. Battery's not burnt down that far. We might get multiple laps, you never know. We're just outside gold. 59.9 on the first lap. Gonna brake a little bit earlier. Didn't brake early enough. Kind of feel I'm all over the back of this dude. Just cleaning up the lines will get us better time. Feels like it likes a rev out. It doesn't need to be short shifted or anything. Trying to go too quickly, overconfident. It's an improve. Come on, we should be able to take half a second out of this dude pretty much straight away. Unnecessary gear change, drop into first gear there. We know we were pretty sloppy through the second half of this lap. We came through here in fourth, didn't we? Kept it in third this time. Third gear all the way. Oh, we lost .2 there. 59.1. That's got to be gold. I thought I braked early enough there as well. There's got to be a course where we're going to gain massively. Ooh, from the old coast and roll. The coast and roll feels like it's going to excel here, whilst I just miss my braking points and flap about a bit. How the hell I'm 0.1 up on my previous lap? I don't know. Keep it in third, seemed to work last time. Keep it in the third. Try and get it to roll in the track. There we go. That was a better run out. It'll be in the 58s now. 58.5. That should be us racing up the old friends list. Brake a little bit early here. And we went red. Happy days. Let's go have a look, see where we are. I'm out of breath. Should I be out of breath? Wow. 58.555 is the optimal as well. We're already gold massively. Top 3,000. So 58.5 for 22nd. So we're not that flying up the list tremendously that far, are we? What was that? 4 laps. 4 laps. I'm looking at the amount of people that have used their own car. I feel this might benefit from a bit of extra traction, maybe from downforce or from wider tyres, maybe. Wider wheels. Not sure. But Az is also there on an owned car, isn't he? That's his own one. And I think that one's somebody's owned car. Triples, Fat Man's maybe. Am I right in saying that owned cars seem to be faster? Maybe. Damo's on his own, look. So, yeah, it's just about getting back into it and let's change cars. Let's change for a red Ghost. A red car to get a red Ghost and see where we go. Don't go thinking it's over right now because we have beat the gold. This is a long evening. Lee has a rental. Okay. So we're on the rentals. He hasn't tried his own, yeah. Curva red. So, let's see where this takes us. I definitely feel it needs a bit more grip, but I think the confidence comes with this car when you slow down earlier. You get the braking done in a straight line, just like last week at Laguna. So, be nice to get into that top 1,000. Let's see where we go. Tijani's in the top 10. So we'll end up with a blue Ghost, and then we'll have a red simulated Ghost next to it. Always good to cut that curb to start the lap, I think. Yeah, it does rev all the way out. Much earlier braking here. Still missed the apex. Looking at the rear of that car, it reminds me of an MGTF. And I don't know why. Felt I braked a bit late there, but picked the apex up early. Yeah, we can beat that blue Ghost, can't we? He's got mistakes there. Although, he was fast out that corner. Gonna try braking at the second to last arrow. That's the better place to brake, definitely. Brake on the orange marker. Down to third, see if we can keep it there. Bit of throttle. No, going to fourth was a mistake, I think. We could have coasted and rolled that. That's where we've got to learn to pick up the extra tenths today, is the coast and roll, I think. It feels like coast and roll is going to work. I've already said that, I know, but got to get on the 6 of that blue Ghost. Let the car go in a little bit more aggressively. It's a gold, at least. Too early on the apex there. That was a mistake to make. I'm getting a little bit late on the braking, although it's coming back. Look how much acceleration the blue car got. Oh, the red car was beating it through there. Okay. Interesting. I love watching these two Ghosts race against each other. I just sit at the back and just try and beat one of them. And that's where the blue Ghost got away. Watch the red car overcook it here. So the blue Ghost has got an extremely fast second half, which is really good. Something to challenge and keep us in there. So if he can beat it, we're doing well. But we've got to beat it over the first half, which I know is possible. Smooth out the lines, smooth them up. And just relax into it, chill out, enjoy it. and don't get stressed. That's got to be the mantra. That's where you've got to gain the benefit, is by just keeping calm, keeping control, not getting overwrought. Easy to say, I do it, don't I? I get properly wound up about it sometimes. Two-tenths quicker at this point isn't going to be good enough. Getting on the accelerator here is key. Get it on early. Making gains. Only on the red ghost though, not the blue one. Keep that third gear in if we can. At the minute we're 0.2 behind the blue ghost. Oh, counter steer through there. 58,672, so just 0.17 back. 1.8. You watch those two ghosts go at it now. We're probably somewhere around the blue ghost time now. Don't want to be as wide as the blue ghost, and I strayed out that way. That torque of acceleration there was really wild. Lost a bit of time coming through there. Getting as fast as you boys is going to be a challenge tonight. I've got to take a whole second off where I am. Which is just going to be about smoothing it all out and getting it absolutely toe in. Can't do anything majorly fundamentally wrong to drop a massive amount. I've dropped 3/4 of a tenth there. I lost a load coming out of there. Look, I've just missed the gold. I've just missed an improve. 58.5. Oh no, that's done it. Happy days. Nice. Red one's just ahead. It's not a big enough improve to make a mark on the old friends list though, is it? Coast and roll, that's where we got to gain. That drift there was absolutely lovely. And then we lost it with a slide off the apex. Ooh, car length ahead here against the blue car. Try and keep it in fourth. Change down to third to gain something in there. Oh, that's a good gain. 58.1. That's good. We're only 0.2 away from 6th place. And 6th place is Azza. Coast and roll here. Don't want the car to slide that much. Nice and easy through here. No massive throttle. Oh, we gave it massive throttle and we slid. Try not to let the car go at the apex. We got that better. Back on the gas. That's the way. Brake just before the second arrow sign. We lost a bit of pace through there. Using the brakes late in the corner tends to make the car slide, I notice. So the coast and roll has got to be where the gains are made. Not touching the brake in the corner. Come on, get across the line before that time fades away. Come on! 58.0. Come on. Brake too late. There we go then, let's have a look at the friends list. Don't forget to save that replay. 58.061. And a gold 4-star a 4-star ticket. 57.867 optimal. That wasn't a bad little session, that top 1,248. That wasn't a bad little 6 laps. That really made some progress. Ooh, top 12. That's really quite quick to get there tonight. We've not been this quick. So 57.8, 57.3, 0.7 of a second. What what was that optimal? 57.8 something. Was that optimal 57.8? I can't remember. But that's pretty... I'm alright with that so far. We're going to have to change cars again. Back to blue, I think. 1,248. And there's probably half a second more in it for me. Somewhere along the line, I think. So let's see where we can go to. Probably just going to give this half an hour more on a rental, and then we're going to try and change up to a privately owned bad boy and see what that can give us. Rent one. Is there another blue? No, there's just white, blue, red, grey and black. Oh, that's some interesting, isn't it? But yeah, pretty much we're on the way. 40 minutes in. And we're on the way up the list. think that's all we need to do. Click start. We need to buy some cars though. We need to get rid of this money. I really like this test because it's a car you can just go and drive. You don't really have to overly think about driving it. Managed to make that apex spot on the nose, I think. Keep the trail braking going with this car, but then don't make a second stab at the brakes. Real graduated application of the throttle there to try and stop that slide. Get into the throttle as early as you can coming out of this corner. Keep it really smooth. Braking just before this second arrow. Second gear for the apex. Still trail braking in. Oh, we just overslowed the car a little bit. Just a little bit of graduated braking. Third gear, let it roll, no brakes at all. We use second to slow the car a little bit. Trying to hold the car to this apex rather than let it roll and slide away like the red car did there. And we've just slid away from there. We messed that up big time. On the gas early, up to fourth before the before the curbing. 58.003, that's another good lap. Blue Ghost is just behind the Red Ghost. Didn't quite apex that one as well as we did last time, but not as well as the original Ghost. Counter steer and traction control both working overtime through there. 2/10 up, which is really good to see. We've just dropped to 10th. Didn't quite get to the throttle early as the Ghost did. Purple's good though. Didn't get through there as well. Now that Red Ghost came through there in fourth gear, I think. And we're slightly behind the count this time. Really early acceleration in fourth, which wasn't right. Okay. Optimal 157.868. That's a really good to see. Had to counter steer myself there. Oh, lost it. Yeah, just too much speed going into the corner. Tried to make some gains there through the apex and we did well. I'm going to keep it in 4th through here this time. Look at how much we've improved there. 4th gear through there. Lost it again. Got the line slightly wrong. Trying to keep it 4th. There's more power in 4th. The car wants to roll that bit longer. We lost it all coming through there. Look at that. Just lost it again through there. Okay. Really interesting. We're just sort of holding our own at this part. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Come on. Back on the gas. Let's make some gains. Come on. Took too much on the outside of the corner. And I locked it up. Trying too much. Interesting. Optimal 57.713. Oh, touched the outside of the corner. Touch the grass on the approach, that's never good. I feel that needs to be 3rd coming out that corner. We can do 4th gear round that dipping right-hander, but it has to be 3rd gear into the next corner. Let's remember that for the next time round. Battery power is still good. Are we leaving 10ths on the table because we're not using our own car? I wonder, is there more grip available going into a corner with different wheel and tyre setup? Really enjoying this. This is good fun. Just need to try and hold a decent lap together. Now we said 4th gear through it and then down a 3rd gear for the next corner. We kind of screwed the 4th gear left up there, right turn, didn't we? We kind of screwed that. Own car but standard wheels. Okay, that's an interesting call. Well, we're not really making any gains at the minute, so We're searching for those faster times, but they're not kind of there at the minute, which is not frustrating. That screwed the next lap up. Let's call that 58003. 57 will be good. 57713 then on the optimal. 1133rd. 33rd. And we're up to 11th, so we just skipped past back one. Which I'm kind of okay with. That's pretty decent. Let's go and take our own car then. Let's go and have a modify and see what does. Let's see where it's set from last time. Now, we know changing wheels might be an issue, don't we? Because bigger size, smaller size make kind of a different set of things. But we can buy a brand new one if we have to. NSX 17, that's what we want. Optimal for Fat Man, 56.9. Ooh, that's a decent time. Isn't it, Fat Man? Manufacturer, NSX, Honda. H, you donut. H. Honda, NSX 17. Where are we being? So we haven't used it for a long time. NSX GR4 is on a Widdowmaker livery. Where is it then? There it is. It's on a Widdowmaker livery. Happy days. 4-wheel drive. Now that's I didn't realise. So 4-wheel drive, maybe we don't need the counter steer or the traction control. Interesting. Have we got any free tuning parts for this bad boy? Oh, we got one. What are we allowed? Racing silencer. Let's get it installed. Okay. Let's use that up. Happy days. Let's get down the garage and change the oil. You're trying to find servicing for the new car today. Only 2 weeks till it goes into the garage for some upgrades, which is lovely. Only 2 weeks to go. And then I've just got a company looking at making me some upgrades for the new car. Body kit, side skirts, be nice. Let's have a look, see what she's set up on. Should have looked the other way, shouldn't I? Should have gone up there. Should have seen here. Look what it's got on suspension-wise for the visual drop. What we got? It needs sports mediums, doesn't it? Sports mediums, okay. It's on fully customizable anyway. Okay, not that they do anything, but it's just a visual change, isn't it? Okay, so we know that's on that. Let's go down here. GT Auto, wheels, tyres, body kit. Custom parts. Front, it's already got that on. Sides, it's already got that on. Wing, it's already got the custom high 20. Absolutely. Textbook. Racing items. Bonnet pins, yes. Tow hook, yes. Easy money. Wheels, this is the key bit. Owned. So that's what's equipped. Standard wheels, free replacement. So 19 on the front. Is it staggered? It is. It's a staggered set. 19 front, rear, and it's standard on the front, wide on the rear. Interesting. So if we were to go to a custom set, we can go bigger. We can go 2021s. That's a lot less rubber, isn't it? And then we can go wide. Wide. Interesting. Let's do that. She's a tasty looking bit of kit, isn't she? It's official, by the way. Oil doesn't affect anything that is bop, but affects every other. So if you're running bop, oil doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Okay. So by that means, we don't have to worry about using 2 cars or anything else like that when we're doing the league. Okay, that's fine, isn't it? That makes things a bit easier all round. What colour ghost do we get today on this one? Select from garage. We need to buy the tyres, sports mediums. We don't own the racings. Sports medium. Medium. There we go. Prohibited wide body, prohibited nitrous. It's mid-speed bop. So, by that case, we don't have to worry about oil because it'll fix that. Shortcut, penalty, wall collisions, invalidate time, track limits are normal. Didn't realise that was a thing, track limits normal. Didn't know that was a setting. What does that mean then? What's non-normal? Fastest lap here is a 55.8. Holy chipotle. And that's not even our friend from... It's the same sort of flag though, isn't it? Has he changed his name? Don't know. We're hoping for a 57. A 57 would be good. We've just got to see what this car does now. We've got bigger aero, we've got wider tyres. Let's see if the car is anywhere near. There's the blue ghost. Car feels definitely more planted. Doesn't feel like we're catching the ghost at all though. Still get the same sort of four-wheel drift out of there. Still get the same slide. We kept the fourth gear down to third. We're not really any closer to the back of it though, are we? Oh, as we slowed away, as we changed down to third. We're not. 2/10 down. We were faster than the Ghost through this. Oh, almost. Gonna have to turn off counter steer or traction, one of the two. Got to see if there's some benefit in that. Because of the four-wheel drive factor, the traction control might not be quite as prevalent, for me anyway. We'll have to see. We were ahead at this corner. Just like we are now. Look at that, we're half a car ahead. It didn't feel that we were. And then through there, blue car gets the gains. Come on. There's a 57. All we needed was that feel of change of feel and just a little bit of confidence boost given by more grip. Or it felt like more grip at least. Two nice time trials in the last 2 weeks. I enjoyed the Mustang one. They still go in the Mustang one, so still time to improve in that one if you need to. Oh, we got into the throttle well early. We've had to lift out there. That's a shocker. $57,808 optimal. Hey Dorian. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated, sir. Hope you're well. Hope the world is treating you well. And that you're able to take a little bit of a break from work occasionally. Thank you, not Dorian. Right, let's have another go. Let's see if we can set up for a perfect lap here. Let's run it wide and let's try and pick up blue arrows all the way to the start finish. There we go, there's blue arrows. Look, there's the gains. Might need to be able to do that then to start the new lap. And we ran really wide. Let it go there, didn't we? It still spins up a bit with the traction control, doesn't it? We're miles off. Ollie, oh, so sorry, Ollie. I didn't realise I'd done that. My apologies. You weren't kicked, you were just gently nudged, Ollie. Good evening, Ollie. Hope you're well. Dorian got gold and moved on. That's all you have to do. We dived in there, didn't we? That was a better start. This one's more fun than Laguna Seca. Yeah, I'm enjoying this and the last week. Last week was okay. I wasn't too bad with last week. It felt good. There was a little bit more technical stuff to it though, wasn't there, Laguna Seca? This one is more drive and go. Oh, I can't get the traction out of there. Trying to hold that inside line that little bit longer and it just didn't want it. I'm behind the game here. Need to catch up a little. Lost it there. Too much to catch. Not going to be enough. Yeah, 10th down, but 57.704. Good man, Ollie. Better speed down the start finish. Oh, we picked up a little bit there, didn't we? We certainly did. And we lost 2/10 under braking. That was a shocker. Oh, I overcooked it then again. Oh, here we go. This is a better improvement. A 57.798, that gets us moving. Well, thank you, Ollie. I think we just did that. The Ghost is a whole car length ahead of the Blue Ghost now. All times. Not as fast as some of the boys on my channel, that's true. Some of these lads really do push. They love the game as well. Good night, Dorian. You take care, my friend. Stay safe and well. Thank you for popping in. It's good to have people say goodnight as well and say goodbye before they leave. That's tremendous. Thank you. It's nice to know when you're gone. But it's also nice to know you're all doing okay. A full second down, but we need to go and check in where we are. And then we're going to opt to turn off the traction, I think. Or is it the counter steer? Didn't quite make the gains coming out the corner there, did we? 57.5 on the optimal. That's huge. 57.5 would be a tremendous lap. I'd be happy with that. Let me just stop that a second. Ollie says, today MotoGP in Le Mans so chaotic but very good. At the first time a French driver win. First time, oh okay, French driver win home Grand Prix. That's good. They don't do the Le Mans circuit though, do they? They do the Bugatti circuit, don't they? The one that's not public road. The one we don't have here, which we probably should have. Talking of new tracks, I went and interrogated Kaz's post on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it nowadays. And there's no mention of anything, is there? It's just the 4 cars for update 1.58. Wet, dry, ooh. It's motorbikes, isn't it? It's going to be chaotic with wet conditions, tyre poker. Yeah, who's running what? Do they do pit stops now in MotoGP for tyres? Are they quick? I guess they can do that. We're not blue. We were making time coming across the line before it, but we... The battery still stays charged. No, they don't make pit stops. Okay. Not during race. Oh. We didn't really gain anything there, did we? Not a subtle application of throttle. Let's go and have a look and see where 57.798 put us. Let's have a look. We might as well save that ghost. We did 8 laps on that little stint. 57.517, so there's definitely improvement there. Up into the top 1,000, that's where I want to be. And we're 6th, we just nudged Az. Okay, so I thought we might have been able to go that little bit further, but it was a play on numbers, 798,789. Johan Zarco, 35 years old. Oh, congratulations, young man. Look how close that is at the top. 57.3. So that's... best part of half a second for me to get there. 57.5, which is my best optimal at the minute, puts me in 4th, which is all right. I'm kind of okay with that. So is it counter steer that I'm going to take off to start with? I think that is what we're going to do. Please excuse me. Still got that horrendous cough. Let's take the counter steer off and see what that brings. So more to the point then. I've got to spend around about 30-40 million on cars. What am I doing? What am I buying? Am I buying all of a particular car? Am I buying all of the available paint colours? I own every car. I've just got to spend some of the money on something, because there's no point in letting the game just take the credits. Now, the benefit here of driving without counter will let me see what counter's giving us and see if we can benefit from putting counter back on and driving that better. Ollie's over 90 million as well. Yes, you've got to think about what we're going to buy. What cars do you want to purchase? Is it going through all my engine swaps and buying the relevant engine swap cars? Do we pick one car and buy them all in all colour variations? Yeah, I'm the same. No more cars needed, but we might as well spend the credits. There's no point spending it on 4 20 million cars. Where's the fun in that? What are you going to do with them? We've got the new update Thursday, which I need to save some money for, but they're not going to be a tremendous amount of money, are they? Probably the most expensive car is going to be the Superfast, then the Z06. We probably need to buy 25 of the K car. I love it when you can do a lap and beat gold and not really feel that you've really tried. That's where counter's helping us. So counter's going to be the one I'm going to keep on. We're going to go and take off traction now. It's worth the trial. It's worth the experiment. No traction. Buy some 20 million cars for whatever. Yeah, buy 4. Right, no traction control. We've put counter steer back on. Let's see what that gives us. Would have been better if we could have slightly more grip in the tyres. That would have... I appreciate that would have given everybody more cornering ability, but it would stop this car being slightly finicky in the corners. It's slightly particular, isn't it? It has the element of slide, and It's difficult to control that. Counter steer helped, but I didn't oversteer it then. I need to turn the car more in that corner. Oh, I've just lost a glass off the side. Just bear with me a second, folks. I think it was empty. I'd like to think it was empty. Yes, it was empty. Thank God for that. Happy days. Ooh. Oh dear, little bit of an incident. There was some moisture in the bottom of there, but I think I'd done most of it. I've only got 2 Arsenal beer coasters, you see. So the third glass tends to go walkabout. Apologies for that interruption. There's the counter steer effect, the traction control effect. Wow. Okay. There is a little bit, isn't there? I think we can go faster with this. We've just got to put a bit more effort in. Let's see where it can go. I hope everybody's been able to choose their car now for the GR3 class. I definitely know what I'm racing. I believe. It wasn't my Arsenal glass, it didn't bottle it, no. Not like the Arsenal team. Did alright today though, I think, with 10 men at the end. Although the questions will be asked about why you were 2-0 down at half time. Capitulation. But to finish with 10 men as well is disappointing. I mean, it's not as if Liverpool have got anything to play for, they've done it. So, if there's anybody that's got any drive, it's got to be Arsenal to try and catch some points up, but you know, it's the way it is, it's the end of the season, they're disappointed because they lost out in Europe. But it was their own fault, so I think it was a shame that the Liverpool player got booed off. It can't be great memories for him for playing for Liverpool for so long. Ooh, got to control that corner, that's interesting. The car's wanting to really push through these corners. It's the front end doesn't want to seemingly pull through the corners at all. It's all the rear pushing. Yeah, Trent got booed off, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad, really. I don't like to see that of any player. He's put in his years. But, you know, there was no best lap to save there, was there? So, traction-wise, am I keeping traction off or am I keeping it on? I think I'm going to go back to my settings. Oop. And just see if we can do something with the lap time there. I get why they booed him, but you got to show some respect for the guy. It must be terribly difficult for him to come to the end of the season and celebrate that win knowing he's leaving. It's got to be very difficult, but he's leaving for better things. He's leaving for more opportunity, I'm guessing. Career highlights. A lot of England players go through it. It's got to be a terribly difficult choice. But if Liverpool didn't give him the choice, you know, if he feels he's worth more and he wants to earn more and he wants to go live a different lifestyle, then yeah, that's kind of what I feel, Lee. You know, it's not as if he's going to play for Man U. You know, he's going to play in a different club, a different country. Good night, Ollie. Have a good one, my friend. Enjoy the sleep. We're not going to make time up here, are we? Only thing we can do is hold on. We're not going to be able to gain. Yeah, Kane leaving Spurs wasn't really the same thing, was it? But it is the same in terms of lifelong fan, lifelong player of a particular club, and then you leave. Yeah. It's leaving for zero fee that is the real kicker. But I don't think Liverpool have played the transfers very well this season. Yeah, and he's also leaving a very good side, yeah. I wonder if there's girlfriend or wife element at play. Had he already made the decision when Klopp was leaving? You know, who expected Liverpool to be doing so well without Klopp, with Klopp having left? That's another factor. I mean, it's a real interesting look into the psyche of a football player. When do you choose to leave your lifelong club? The club that you supported since you were a kid? The club you thought you'd always play for? But there's only one trophy you could be going to win, and that's the European. And he obviously doesn't feel Liverpool are going to do that. But I think the element is the fact that he made the decision when Klopp was leaving. Because why are Liverpool where they are with the new manager? That's the real bizarre bit. We did all right there, didn't we? We kept that lap in. Like I said, it's not as if he's going to Man U. The bizarre thing is ex-Liverpool players still seem to hang around Liverpool. So, whilst I'm not talking from overly acquainted business, but it's like Paul Ince. He's been in commentary and he's been in punditry and management for other clubs. He still lives in Liverpool, man. You know, nearly 20 years after his playing career is finished, he still lives in Liverpool. You know, and a lot of players are like that. They still have their houses up on the Wirral and they still live there and they still part of the club. It's the same with us, I think. So it is strange that he would choose. Well, he's at the prime of his career, isn't he? He obviously didn't get a contract offer that was any good from Liverpool and put himself on the market. He refused whatever they put to him, so look at that, how much we lost coming out of there. Absolutely, Damo. Absolutely. And it's just a shame the Liverpool fans have to do it. But we knew it was going to happen. They were talking about it on TalkSport Radio last week. They knew he would get a real poor reception. And the fans don't want him to go on the championship winning bus. They don't want him there. They feel he's a traitor. The Liverpool Supporters Club were on TalkSport saying he shouldn't be there, he shouldn't accept the medal, he should hand it back. And it's like, that's a bit strong. You know, he's part of the winning team. The fact that he's going somewhere else is beside itself, really. But that's how partisan and how much the fans feel about the worth of the player playing for the club. It's tremendous. I must admit, there's a few players that used to play for Arsenal that absolutely stunned me. So, for example, Carnu left Arsenal and went to play for Tottenham. And he played there for 10 years, man. Great player was Carnu until he went to Spurs. Ruined his career there. But he'd obviously fell out of favour at Arsenal and Arsenal didn't do enough to keep him. But there's a thing, you see, the thing I feel about international players that come and play for a club and then go and play for their object rival. I know, it's like, whoa, how's that work? Abject rival, sorry, not object, abject. You've got them who do it. Paul Ince was a Man U player for so long. You know, you've got there was a couple of 3 Liverpool players that have gone and played over at Man U. Little striker. And Adebayor did it as well, did he? Carnu definitely went to Spurs. Sol Campbell did it, yes. There's so many Arsenal players that have done that kind of thing. And so many Liverpool players have gone to Man U. Sol Campbell. Sol Campbell was the other way around, wasn't he? Sol Campbell was part of the Glory Boys. He was a really good player. I'd put him up there with the likes of Rio Ferdinand in terms of ability, capability and qualifications. You know, especially in the England forum, he was a great defender. And I know we've just casually talking about football, but look at the gains we're making, folks, as we're having these conversations. The 752, we've done it again. We've chipped a little bit away. I think we've just jumped another place. We're up to 5th now. That little bit of confidence process of taking off the counter steer, taking off the traction and then driving again. That's given us a little bit of reassurance that we can do more and better. Van Persie went to United. Well, that's slightly different because you're not going to your main rival, and probably some people see Man U Arsenal as a bitter rivalry, but I don't. I despise Man U, but I wouldn't say they're our main rival. Van Persie, foreign player, went to another UK club. Where else was he going to go? Exactly, Norman. Just focusing on what I've got to focus on. Talking, not really concentrating. It wasn't a massive gain, was it? But it was enough. Ooh. Talking about Campbell has the opposite effect. I can't turn corners anymore. But there you go, you see. Lee is a Tottenham fan, and we all have our own crosses to bear. But at the end of the day, there we go. We've hit the fives again. 157, 527. And I know it's football chat and people don't like it, but it's the end of the season. We're not going to do it for another 12 weeks or so. So 695 now, up into the top 700. Let's just have a look and see what that improvement was. So we went from 798 to 752. And that puts us into 5th. And that, if you were to ask me at the start of the night, was that going to be my target? I'd have said pretty much where we would want to be. So I'm really quite happy with that. That's all right. That's not a bad situation to be end game, if you see what I mean. 10 o'clock on a Sunday, and to be there this early. That's less than 2 hours. Where's my stream time? My stream time is 1 hour and 38. If you can do 2 million credits in 1 hour and 38 minutes, this is the best place to earn credits. You don't have to go and grind away. It's 2 million credits a week. And it's easy credits if that's the case. The difficult bit is getting down to the 57 threes. That's going to be a real challenge. What does 57.3 look like in terms of global ranking? What does it look like? 57.3 is top 300. That is, wow. Yeah, that's where is triple? Because it's worth shouting out those guys at the top. Look, 259. 259 is good. 57.3. So top 500, is that where we're going to target tonight? And if we can do top 500, we're going to be all right. We got best part of 2 hours to go. Australian footy must start soon. Must admit, I haven't watched that in years. I haven't watched it for a long time. Still don't understand it, but it's one hell of a game. So violent. Do we need to change car or anything? What I did notice that the back end is pushing a lot, and I wondered whether it would be worth seeing if we could. No, I think if you're going to try and stop the car pushing through a corner, the only way you're going to do that is to increase downforce. And I think we've got the most downforce we can possibly get, or you reduce the amount of traction you're putting through the corner. Maybe it's coast and roll. Maybe coast and roll we've got to try and really start to rely on a bit more. Chris says, I'm actually shocked at how good the car is on sports mediums. It is good, it does drive well, it just lacks that little bit of confidence mid-apex and into the braking zone. It doesn't fulfill me with a massive amount of confidence. I don't think I can really attack the apex, but no, it just went away. But I think this is a really good time trial, and a lot of people should get gold here. Because it's a real competitive car and it's got a trick to it, hasn't it? It's got a little bit of slip. That stops the fast guys from really nuking the fastest times in. There isn't anything to really... There's no real trick to it. You don't have to find a secret recipe or anything like that. It's knowing the circuit, knowing when to accelerate out of one corner and brake into the next, and how to really hit that apex and hold the car appropriately. It's good though. It is really good. 58.1. That's comfortable gold first lap. We didn't come across the start line very well though, did we? I think there's quarter of a second in how you take that final corner. Good night, fat man. You take care, my friend. Hope all is well. Hope you're looking after those grandkids. It's a hot Sunday night. I'm sure there's people going to be retiring to bed for a hot week in working week. We were blue there against our ghost. I'm sure that's where we can make some gains, is to try and double apex some corners maybe, rather than try the fast running. It's got to be the way we're taking certain corners, go into a corner deeper, brake later, try to put the car on edge more than we actually are, because I'm driving within a comfort zone at the minute. Definitely. And I know counter steer and traction are holding me back just a fraction. 58.098 optimal according to this, 2 laps in. That was slow out of there. Even we got blue on the turn in. Coming out the corner to lose tenths is shocking. Real broke away there, didn't we? Oh, it's dancing all over the place when I just try and give it that little bit extra. Try and get the car into the corner earlier so we can accelerate out earlier, and the back end just goes. I definitely felt we got more out the car with the tyres and the aero. Although I could probably go and ditch the aero and see if the aero is slowing us down at all. Straights wise, speed wise. I don't normally measure that. I don't normally notice the speed going across the start finish. Is there a short shift element I should be thinking about, I wonder? I lost a clear 10th. Going through that corner. Lost another 10th going through there, changing down. Lost another 10th through there. It's all about the gear changes in that last section. Gaining, gaining, gaining. 7.52. Did we just equal our fastest ever time? How many times have we done that? Or have we just beaten it by 0.001? Wow. I did notice after this hairpin down here that we were massively up against the Ghost. We were 0.452 as we exited this corner. We're gaining. Lost 0.08 of a second there. Lost nearly 0.2. Purely for trying a different line and hanging a tyre on the exit of the corner. Come on, you slug! There you go. There we go. That's better. We messed up that final corner. That's a shocker. Don't expect to be messing up there. Making gains in turn 1 is always positive as well. I think I'm too slow for turn 1. Turn 2, I've been really picking that up and getting back to our normal braking point. There was lag there. Those two ghosts are really quite close at that point, aren't they? Optimal down to the 57.6. Got to deliver the car into the corner there with nice stepped deceleration through the gears. If you slam the gears into there, it kind of upsets the car a bit. I think that's probably the wrong expression, stepped deceleration. I don't know how else to make that sound more appropriate to what we're talking about. It's changing down in sequence with the revs so that the revs don't lock the rear wheel up, the rear axle. .57.743 is kind of okay. I'm feeling okay about that, but we're miles behind on the time there. Those two ghosts don't seem to be any really further apart at the start of the lap. Incremental, that'd work. Incremental's a great word. Thank you, Norman. I probably slammed the two gears far too quickly just then, and I should have changed down more incrementally. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Please excuse me. You had to Google it. My brain doesn't work that quickly. I like riding that curb on the inside there. That kind of works for me. Sliding the car into there also kind of works. I want a 5. I want a 57.5. That would really make tonight a worthwhile effort. Didn't come out that corner with any massive improvement, did we? Although we were up. Tried to coast and roll that and lost all the time through that hairpin. It didn't really give me anything. Messed that up. Messed that up big time. Lost over 0.2. This car will rev out all day, won't it? You don't need to change up through those gears, to be honest. It's got low down torque as well, because I think that electric motor really does help it. We gained 0.2 over that last sector. We did. We're gaining again. 57,743 is the best. And that was a 764. You're 0.2 from silver. Oh wow. How can we help you then, Norman? What do we need to do? What do I need to explain more? I've never really asked, but are you controller or wheel, Norman? And that would really tell me whether you're auto or manual. There's no Mikey tonight. Whilst we talk about that. Mikey normally shows up and just chips in. .2 from silver. You could drive the car. Interestingly enough, I've never done that. I've never done that for somebody. I know a few people that have, but it's something I've never done. You can get your account banned for doing that. Which is, believe it or not, I would hate for happen to me. I would hate for that to happen. Controller auto, and that's where the problem lies, yeah. Yeah, that's the real difficulty, with, especially with cars like this, where you have to, where the gearing and the changing down is so on point. Yeah. Big Popper makes it so sound, so simple. It's more left finger, less right finger. I wish it was that easy. Controller auto guys have the hardest time on this game. You can't pick when the car accelerates or gear changes up. You can't pick when it changes down. There's no manual override on the gear change. The only way you can make it any better is to go controller manual. Which, big choice, big ask. Getting left and right mixed up, that's easy done. You wait till you're trying to change gear. It would be alright if you could drive auto and just change down when you want it to change down gears for braking into corners. That would be so much more beneficial. Yeah, there is massive difference. A change down override would make so much more difference to the auto drivers. That's 10 laps on the bounce. Still got battery power. You use the gears to aid braking so much, you see. Semi-auto would be the required option, yes. We were showing us 3/10 up then. And then we're down to 10th down. Oh my lord. That was all because of the hairpin, and we screwed that up. We still haven't got the optimal after 10 laps, down to 57.5. 57.6, so... trying to thrash it round there, taking different lines, trying to find a way to catch the ghosts if we can. Trying to get into the throttle earlier, coming out the corner to try and improve the next lap, if that's even possible. There we go, we've done it. And that speed down the straight and optimising the braking for turn 1 delivered us into 2 with nearly a 2/10 lead. 2.5 tenths, and we're losing it because we lost the line there. Too much grass on the left hand side. And the same problem, that acceleration out that corner. Oh, we're back on it. Come on. The 2 hairpins are really causing us the issue today. Turned in way too early there. Damn! Forgot about the incremental braking, didn't I? That's the first time all day we've done that. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. What are we now? 2 hours, 4 minutes into the stream, so that's your real limit. 57.575 optimal. So in that last lap, well, 2 laps, we just pushed that up to what could potentially be our best optimal, but hey ho, it is what it is. 676th. And we're thrashing our way there, so yeah, the next bit is another 0.2. And I need to take a couple of seconds, folks. So just bear with me a moment. I'm just going to take a gentleman break. I'll be a second. We are back. Right. Chris is out of gas. He's going to call it early. Have a good one, my friend. Enjoy your week. Hope it's a good one. Hope the thunderstorms don't come too soon for you. Although the thunderstorms could actually be beneficial this week, couldn't they? JB! Welcome, JB. Hope you're well, dude. I know you've been having a good day. I know you've been finding things. I want to come and see you if you're staying on a little later. But, I want to see your discoveries. 9 people watching now. Oh my word. So, it's late on a Sunday, it's hot. It's 10:30 in the UK. Oof. And I've just got all my fans, all the, where's the control? There they are. I'm just going to, see if I can pause my aircon unit at the point it wants to, is that on to refrigerate? That's blowing it out backwards. That's no good. We don't want to do that. We want it blowing out at me. There we go. A few bits. Lee says, my grass is as dry as a... Your grass? You mean the stuff you smoke in the big hookah-tookah? Or your grass in the garden is what you're talking about because it hasn't rained. We haven't had rain in over 2 months. And I tell you, it's difficult to keep the car dry, the car clean. It is so dusty. But that's it. Right. Let's get stuck in. Let's see if we can get this 57.5. Eyes down, full house. Let's see if we can do it. For those who aren't aware... Garden, Jim Garden, yes, yes. JB is the guy that does the skins. If you've seen the Scarce car skin, this one is designed by JB. I was in the garden with the missus today, doing flower pots and hanging baskets and all that lot. My God, it was hot out there. But I was then doing weed killing the weeds, then washing the cars, and then washing the cars again because some little scrote decided to use the cars as a bombing range and hit both of them. I don't mind birds at all, but they do have a disgusting habit. You had a few spots of rain an hour ago. Oh, that's nice to know. We haven't had any. It's been so barren. It's been really barren. But to wash both cars twice today was a real annoyance. Well, the second wash wasn't really a wash. It was just a rinse over with a hose pipe and a wipe down. But once you've got guano all over the back window of both cars, you have to get the hose pipe out to mix it with plenty of water to float it off. You might as well do the rest. Gardex bird dropping remover. Yeah, I just floated it with a hose pipe. And then, I need to leave that. We need to read that comment from Lee. We're in a blocking pattern, probably due to a major stratospheric warming in late March. What's going on there? Have you become Carol, the weather girl, all of a sudden? Or are you John Ketley? John Ketley is a weatherman, a weatherman, a weatherman. John Ketley is a weatherman, and so is Michael Fish. No, it's not. It's Lee. Neo Yami is a weatherman. I think this car is better in the early moments of the laps, as in, weather interests me, he says. Yeah, I like watching Carol in the morning as well. I wake up to Carol. It's a nice thing. Rachel Riley used to be a weather girl, didn't she? Or did she? I lost that in the last couple of 3 corners. It's significantly harder when your ghosts are so much quicker. Yeah, I've been getting my primary gains around like 5 lap 6, it seems. The colour of the new car is Stratos Grey. Or Stratospheric Gay? Grey, not gay, grey. Can't remember. It's a interesting colour. Wincy Willis, Christ. Let's go in the back a bit, JB. I'll show you a picture in a minute. Shouldn't be in second gear there. It took so long for it to wind up in third. That was terrible. Oh. Not so long ago I was charging for a 57 and I'd really liked a 57. What was that? Somebody's put a sorry post. What's that? Oh, no. It wasn't us. That was 420. How do I get a picture to there? Oh, yeah, that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. I've already shared it with Big Popper. We could look at it on Big Popper. Chat. No, wrong one. Big Popper. Steve Werner. There, she's shining. There we go. There she is. There it is. There's my registration plate as well. Soon to change, but that's the grey. It's it's very shiny. Very shiny. But that's her. All very nicely done. I can't actually remember what the official name of it is. It's definitely grey. Something grey starting with S. She's a beast. Soon to be looking even more beastly. I'll find out tomorrow about the side skirts. the skirts on the side. 27th, the brakes are being fitted. And then it is what it is. We go from there. No more mods, according to the missus. She is in charge. We know that, don't we? In all areas of the world. I saw an interesting Twitter post this morning, or X for those. I think it was a thread, actually. And it provoked selenite grey. That sounds probably close. That probably sounds very close if I was to ask my brain to remember. So this post on Twitter said, a guy earns $2,000 a month, a woman earns $3,000 a month, the rent is $1,000. Who pays? And I went through my brain and racked it up and thought, well, does it really matter as long as it's paid? But then somebody was chirping on about it being the man's responsibility to keep the woman in a condition that she's supposed to be kept in. When marriage occurs, the husband accepts that responsibility from the father of the daughter, because the father is supposed to keep her warm and fed and housed. And I thought, wonder how much that actually means in society today. Probably a little bit deep and probably not motorsport related, but it just had me thinking this morning. And I just don't know. I don't care, to be honest. I just put the money in the bank at the end of the month. Absolutely, that's the way I think. My money goes into a bank account and the bills get paid from it, and then I'll say to the missus at some point in the month, I want to buy this, can I buy it? And she'll say, money's in the bank account. And it's like, okay, I'm buying it. And then we'll be shopping and she'll say, I'm going to have a couple of new pairs of shoes. Is it alright? And I say, money's in the bank account. And she goes, yeah, okay, I'll have these shoes. And that's kind of how it works. And I'm not saying we're well off, but at the end of the day, if it comes down to two people having money, I don't want to be in that situation where I'm lending my wife or girlfriend money because she doesn't earn enough. And it's like, But this conversation that was going on this morning on Threads was like, yeah, my wife asked me last month to borrow $600 so she could do this. And it's like, what? How's that work? But anyway, that's nothing to do with racing. That's just my brain. 57,985 optimal. We just have the one pot. Everything goes in it. I think I tend to empty it more than she does, to be honest, but I went working in South Africa for 3 months and came home to her having bought herself a new car. And it was like, okay. You did well. That's the way it is. No, it's the metallic. Grey mango? No, it's the metallic. Selenite grey metallic, I think, is the one. All JB actually has to do is go to a look at our Discord chat from a couple of weeks ago where I gave him the VIN code. And I think it's like the 70th row down on the VIN code tells you the colour code and the paint colour. Come on, we can do better than this. 58.7. Still gold, but it's a second down on our best. Come on, boy. I'm just sponging off the brake a bit early. Into the throttle a bit early there and it lost traction, but we are gaining on the Ghost. Rubbish. Couldn't get the car to follow that line out the corner there. That was a bit shockingly bad doodah. And the doodah was instead of swear words, i.e. FFS. Third gear seems like the wrong gear through there, but we just made 2/10 in third gear through there. Couldn't keep the car online though. I must admit, the timing through corners comparative to the other cars is pretty shocking in this game. There we go, 3/10 down. We're faster than the previous. I know we've been much quicker through there, but those two Ghosts are so very similar, aren't they? Tell you what hasn't happened today. Nobody's chipped in with any tips. Nobody's actually shouting out with any, you could do this better, you could do that better, turn off traction, turn off counter. Nobody's done that. Is it because I've progressed my way through it and people are too tired? Some don't have a pot to put under. That's absolutely right though, Norman, and that's not the point I was trying to make. That's not what I was trying to discuss. I was more highlighting the change in attitudes between people who, for whatever reason, and I never got there I don't think, religious beliefs or married beliefs or whatever beliefs about who can pay for what and who should pay for what. And if we go faster, Jim, don't eat yellow snow. Yeah, they're all the tips. Just trying to highlight the difference to the fact that social media can sometimes be absolute drivel. But it is what it is. It's a good job I've got my day-to-day daily job, because YouTube pays nothing, in all fairness. Don't go down that road, says Norman. Which road? About social media? And that isn't also the point I was trying to make. I know some people have been very disadvantaged and Some people have generally had it really, really hard, and I know without my job I'd have made it, it'd have been very, very hard. The only thing that differs is the amount of hard work it takes. It's not easy being at the bottom, and it also takes a lot of hard work to get out of the bottom, so it doesn't stop. Religion. Oh, that road. Jesus Christ, yeah. Well, JB, you've had the other side of the coin, haven't you? You've had injuries and disability to cope with and counteract and fight against and sort out. That makes it even harder. I guess to some degree I'm just fortunate that I didn't really do as well as I should have at school. I was kind of lazy, like I am today really. Still a bit lazy now, in terms of I'd rather get a pass than an A. Maybe that's why I don't do quite so well at these tests. It's because gold's enough. Sometimes. I'm generally trying to convince people that getting gold is actually relatively straightforward, and it is actually enough. If I could get in the top 500, I'd be happy. Ain't they just? Too deep a theological discussion though for a Sunday night on the Widdowmaker channel, I would have thought. Let's just be happy we've got a new pope. That was a very interesting new line coming through there, wasn't it? That improved that personal fastest lap there for this session. That was a very interesting set of racing lines. I just tried to straighten everything up, and it kind of worked. Yeah, I would have thought that. Health has got to be one of the biggest things to keep you motivated and keep you on the scale to better things. Without your health, you really can't improve. And oh, you nugget slug bucket! For the first time, I've ran off that corner. We're on lap 10, aren't we? That's a frustration. Ah! What time are we now? 10:50. Oof. Keeping measure of where we are. 1:57.7. I'm going to exit out and I'm going to start with a new ghost. Titchin is the fastest person I know in that. Oh, Calster's there as well. There was no fastest lap to save there. So I'm going to have one little crack at no ghost and see if we can chase our ghost to the front. It's going to be our ghost against the ghost, but I wonder if it's worth going back to a rental for 5 minutes and seeing what we'll do. I know we can beat it with the car we've got, but let's have a look at a rental in red. And let's see if, having run with that car for a little while, see if we can chase down our ghost. I was up 2.5, then lost it. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling. Fastest, 1:57.743. Let's go with this rental and see if we can keep up. It's a bit of a red monster. Although we found a massive amount of grip. Are you still in the rental, Lee? Look at it go. Car feels really fast into corners. It doesn't feel so brilliant on the... He's not in a rental, so Lee has changed to an owned car. There's definitely a gain in an owned vehicle. We're not too far behind. Standard wheel, wide offset, okay. Oh, let it go there. There's definitely a wiggle in that ghost car. 57.879 burst off the bat with a rental. And we go too deep into the corner. Look how much ahead we were over the red. My lord! Look at that! Look how far ahead that ghost car was. Bejeebers. Look how close they are. I know we're a second down, but I'm just watching those two for comparative examples. Oh. Now look at the size of the gap there between those two cars. I don't know if we're going to get close enough to be able to see it at the end, but there's only a 1/10.5 between them at the end, so Probably better when we see them next lap, but look at them, they're just racing away. See if we can... There's not a massive amount between them. We're going to be well down. We're not, we're up. Holy Chipotle. I don't think I need to change up to third or fourth there. I really don't. You slug. Oh, final corner again. Just gave it too much juice coming over that last curb. Look how much further that ghost car is ahead of our own car. The rental wins it. What I'm doing with the rental is desperately, deliberately trying to slow down before my braking markers. And what I was doing with my own car was trying to force later braking into corners. We're just desperately trying to... You've been trying to improve your lap? Yeah, absolutely, mate. You just do it. That's what it's here for. Listening to my dulcet tones, encouraging you on. I know where I'm making it. I just effed it up in this last quarter. I know I'm faster than my ghost through the first sector. Too many gear changes, that's my other problem. Look how much faster we were through there. The red car just blew it through that corner. I'd lost it by this point then. I blamed the final apex, but it wasn't the final apex. That's how close it was. Look at that. That's tremendous. Now we've got the speed. Let's do it again. Come on. The ghost time is against the red car, not the black one. Gonna keep it in third, keep it in third, keep it in third. Ruined the braking into that corner. That was where I blew that. What an absolute nut jacket. I was 2.5 tenths up. I'm actually just realising just how blooming tired I am. I'm absolutely sweating my chichibas off. Wow. Flip. Oof. I'm properly well knackered. It's been a long day. In the sun. Probably got a bit too much sun, but we're doing alright. We're so close to improving. That 0.5 is there. Lee says, yeah, slightly late on the brakes. I need to brake a car length before that second arrow sign. And there we just washed the car out, but back on the gas because we've got a straighter line in. Keep the car under control. Keep it in third, keep it in third, keep it in third. Let it rev out if you have to. Losing a little bit. About a car length before there. I blew it all then. Let the car slide. There we go. There's a 6. Come on. I've turned them all off, Lee, and put them all back on. And I'm faster with them. And I'm now faster in the rental than I am with my own car. I won 57.6, but I know I've not gone anywhere in the friends list. Because I have to have a 5 to be higher than where I am. Now we know we've made mistakes there on the previous lap. That's good though. 57.6 is just knocked a tenth off. That's really all we need to do, all we need to try and do. And it's all about car control, amount of throttle, braking points. Yeah, my optimal's been 0.5 most of the day. It's never been 0.4. But that's great positive encouragement, Lee. Thank you, sir. But I don't think there's much more in me physically. I'm sitting in a pool of sweat. Switched it all off and just tried ASM. Oh, what does that mean, JB? How did that do? ASM, I wonder what that'd do, yeah. ASM, hadn't thought about that. Let's go and see if we've got top 500. I don't think we have. We must save this ghost. 57.5. 558. Oh. 157.6. We're in 5th place. How did it feel with ASM, JB? Nobody's mentioned the ASM words today until you did it. Is it worth a crack? I tell you what, it might be. It's worth an experiment, isn't it? Traction off. Counter steer off. ASM on. Give it a go. See if the car wants to turn. I've not tried, he says, just thought you might have. No, ASM is the one I forget about. ASM is normally the one that stops the car from turning. .56 is a big shot, Lee. I can't be bothered to spend another day on it, says Lee. Well, the heat that's going on in this room at the minute, I've got a PC chugging away over there, I've got a PC chugging away next to me, got the PlayStation kicking out heat, I've got aircon 10 to the dozen, I've got no air in the room, it's so hot. My clothes are just sticking to me. I'm gonna have to have a shower before I go to bed. I am absolutely dripping, said the nun to the vicar. The only problem with ASM so far detected is slow speed corners. It really doesn't want me to accelerate out. But that's wheel spin, that's throttle control, isn't it? That's not the ASM. Yeah. With ASM I'd need to have traction, but no counter steer. Well folks, I'm sorry to say I need to go and chill out. I need to go and have a shower. I am just absolutely pouring. I am done. So, Sunday night, back to work tomorrow morning. My headphones are stuck to my head. Let's have a review where we are. 559th. We're 5th on the Friends leaderboard. Lee has gone top. Lee went top. I didn't know he'd done it. 57.1. Well done, Lee. He's gone ahead of Triple, 57.3. Fat Man's there, 57.3. Mr. Fisher, Climby Fisher, if anybody remembers him. Damo's just behind us in 6th, as in 8th. Mr. Ancuna in 9th. And then we go. But that tonight, folks, is going to be it from me. I need to go and get a shower. I'm exhausted. And we'll see you on Tuesday night for the first round of practices for the new Camaro Cup. And then GT3s on Friday. So have a good one, folks. Enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Goodbye for now. Good night, JB, Lee, Norman, Not sure who else is there at the end. I'm sure Big Popper's quietly listening away in the corner. But have a good one, folks. Enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one.